Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast,
where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
with trap beats playing in the background.
Hello everyone.
Guten Tag.
Not tag. Guten Nacht.
All right.
We're recording late.
This is like this used to be my regular time.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since we recorded at night.
Oh, shoot. It used to be 8 o'clock on Thursdays. That's how it used to be my regular time.
Thursdays used to be our time?
I feel we bounced around a lot. We used to do Thursdays, right? Have we been on Wednesdays for a while?
I think so. Yeah. There was a period of time I feel like that we were, I can't remember. I was trying to remember what day is my grandma's trash day, because I remember I used to have to pour her trash cans out right before we recorded. But yeah.
I also know, like, if I was in Memphis,
oh, okay.
I would have had a rehearsal during this time. So I wonder if we did Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, maybe
it was Tuesday. Free at last.
Moving back. Classically Black Live in Memphis.
I don't even know if I would go back to Memphis. That was a very, not fun time for me.
Dang. Memphis packed up.
Well, I mean, shout out to Memphis. Because there's nothing wrong with
terrible.
There's nothing wrong with but there's nothing wrong with Memphis. It's just that it's just not. I don't even think I will live in the South again. And I know Memphis is not the all of the South. I've been, please, I beg. I've been multiple. I was just in the South. I've been multiple places, but it's just, you were too.
Me?
Yeah. I love how we just offload that part of our lives.
Oh, that?
I mean, to be fair, what we really in.
I mean, yeah.
I still say
I thought you meant like recently. I mean, that was this year, but I was like, what?
I mean, if everything goes how 50-50, I may be in the South, but because I've never been I've always been through Atlanta or whatever, but I've never been to Atlanta. So if everything goes to plan, I'll go. But actually
do stuff.
Because every time it's one time we went to go, oh, that's messy, ain't gonna tell her business. But one time we went to drive through Atlanta and everything was closed and we were 19, so we can't go to no club or nothing. And then one time I was driving through and I got an oil change, so it's I never
experiencing the local.
Shout out to Violin. So yeah.
And then the other time.
You really want to talk about that?
Well,
since you love it so much.
Well, your portion of it, sure. Okay, well, time to get into the news. First of all, remembering at the top of the show to thank our patrons. And if you'd like to become one, the link is in the description of the episode.
And if you don't, brokey. I'm kidding. I love you.
But we'd love you more if you were a patron.
Yep. So. It's all conditional. So.
If you delay for a month, we won't love you for that month. So get on it. In other news, the San Francisco Symphony, the organization and their musicians, who are members of the American Federation of Musicians Local 6, have reached a tentative 3-year collective bargaining agreement that has not yet been ratified, but has they've agreed to apply it retroactively from November 24th, 2024 through November 20th, 2027. We talked a little bit about this a while ago because it was literally a year ago that this first started happening, but they've been through a bit of economic uncertainty.
Same. Well, actually, no, I haven't. Thank God.
It's been certain that the economics are dwindling. That's what's been certain. Yeah, and it's not. I mean, yeah, because it's I can say that about me, but it's really just because I'm spending the money.
I just love spending
That's
money. Ooh, I love that. You know, your phone vibrates a little bit when it When you tap it, I love spending money. Oh, like all the things, all the food.
I love things. That's the thing. It's the thing.
Little something to eat, little brunch.
Like, I just love, and people, I need to cut back. I'm like, I need to know. I'd rather just start making more money. That's really be on my mind. Like, how can I make more money? Now, how can I cut back? Like,
who you telling?
Because I just like, I be looking at stuff I want. I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't. But I'm like, but I want it.
Right.
So I should have.
Like, my grandma used to make fun of me, like, when I would get a little money, like, when I was younger. And she'd be like, that money be burning a hole in your pocket. I'm like, it do. Like, let's just get rid of it. And it's like, I'm responsible. Like, I just did the right thing and I put a gig and I put that in my Roth. So it's not like completely like I'm just doing my thing, but it's like when I do, I just love it. Like, ooh, I love that little when your phone just taps. When the Zon Man comes by.
Not the Zon. All right.
It says,
let's go.
It leaves me a present.
Zon Man is crazy. Zon Man is nuts.
Is it?
All right. Yes.
Oh.
What?
Or woman. Sorry. Or person. Was that what?
Well, yeah, that was my issue with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay, so about this new contract, it affords the players regular increases to their minimum weekly scale, maintaining their starting weekly base salary of $3,450 from November 24th through August 2025, followed by biannual increases over time by 15%, which will get it up to their base weekly pay up to $3,960, which is an annual minimum salary of $205,920 in the last 6 months of the contract. I'm like, yeah.
So who bargained that? Let me hand it over to my people so they can bargain me some.
San Francisco right up the street, y'all. Send us something.
Let me hold that dollar. Y'all want all that money.
And I'm thinking about. Remember we ran into Josh on the street and we were in San Francisco, the Bassoonists.
And that's starting pay for them.
That's what you making, hey friend.
And you know I don't like about that. We said we was going to ice cream and was never like, oh, let me pay for it. So now I got you on ice. When I see you, yeah.
Literally ran into him on the street in San Francisco.
Because what? That's the starting pay is $200,000.
$205.
So you principal bassoon, you probably making $300-400 bands. When I see you. I want my ice cream.
You're right.
Thank you.
Calling my name on the street. I thought my pass caught up to me. I was like,
that's crazy. We cannot record this hour again. That's insane.
On the street of San Francisco. I said,
okay, now.
That's, yeah, I need to hold $1. Yeah, so with the pay increases, they're going to maintain their spot in the top 5 highest paying orchestras in the country because San Francisco is expensive. It's like you make 6 figures, you still low income in San Francisco, like $100,000 is technically. I'm like, what's so great about San Francisco? I've been over there a couple times. What's so great that it needs to be all that?
It was cool, but like I was ready to come home. I don't know what hill it was, like the hill, like we was on something and it's like, you driving, I don't get it. You driving on a hill, and then you at the stop sign. How am I gonna go if I can't see over the hill? It was vibes like it was like no, it was making me nauseous. It's cold. We went last month, 60, 70 degrees.
Oh, I was gonna say that went last month. Oh, you went again. Dang, you been to San Francisco twice this year. Dang.
And then going again in a couple months.
You are?
So are you?
I was thinking this year.
That's gonna be something.
It's really not. It's not even bad. It's not. I just want what I want. You know.
I was thinking about specifically the thing with the elevators.
Oh, that's gonna be awful.
And you know who's gonna hear the brunt of it is gonna be me. I feel like.
Oh, for real.
And don't be bashful.
Well, Actually, you might not, because they're going to be stuck in the elevator. They ain't make it back to you. All I know is y'all better not be flopping them gums at me, because I will. Never mind. Because I've been spared by that. I've been like, nobody has said anything to me. I've never had any type of nothing. And
God gonna increase my situation leader's inheritance more and more, because the way he has. Oh, I'm so thankful because it's most of the time it's fun until it's not, or not fun. Well,
yeah, I was gonna say,
no, most of the time it's fine until it's not.
Additionally, in their contract, they're going to receive a one-off payment of $3,450 once their contract is ratified, and they're also going to have an increase in their benefit pension, so that the maximum annual benefit will be $89,000, which is the second highest pension benefit package available to orchestra players in America.
Who has the first one?
It doesn't say.
Who you think? I think it's between New York and here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I can't say which one I would think it was. Because I want to say New York, because it's like the older orchestra.
Yeah, and I think New York is slightly more expensive than LA to live in.
I found out how much my cousin was spending for her apartment. It gave me the blues. Because I was like, I mean, to be fair, it's not as big as it, not by far. But it's like.
Oh, yeah, and it'd be small. And that's a big thing
small.
for me. I don't know, because I got a lot of stuff. So go back to the beginning of the conversation.
No, yeah, it's just smaller, but like it's way that I heard 3 amounts when I was out there that were cheaper than what we paid by a significant amount. It's just half the size.
Yeah, and a washer dryer.
No.
A unit, and you got a parking spot.
They have that, and they don't have this. So.
Well,
I mean, I already checked out of this situation. So.
Yeah.
Are we still on this first news? Okay, I'm gonna just shut up. You like we 12 minutes in.
That's it. Okay, and then the second news is for anyone who's looking for a violin. There is an auction house called Dominic Winter Auctioneers who is selling a violin that was previously owned by Albert Einstein.
You got a violin?
We owned one. But I think he played it too. It says that it was made in 1894 by a luthier named Anton Zunterer. And they're saying that it could sell for as much as 300,000 pounds. It's believed to be the.
Oh, y'all hate science.
Yeah, I'm like maybe that lore is not. I don't want to say enough. I mean, that's still, of course, a ton of money, but I could see it being more than that.
Yeah. Albert Einstein, he's the gravity nigga. Sorry, he's the that's him, or he MC squared. That's definitely him. E equals MC squared. Is he gravity? He's not gravity. Gravity, they knew about gravity before that. He's physics. Am I close? Oh, you don't know either. I'm just like, I feel like he's that girl. Maybe. Who, the apple?
Yeah, that's gravity.
That was Newton?
Pretty sure.
So Einstein is E equals MC squared.
You insist on bringing me down with you.
No, I know he came up with that equation. I just don't know.
Like, it was the last time I thought about Einstein.
Yeah, I was right. He was physics. The theory of relativity.
Right.
Oh, he died in New Jersey. He had an aneurysm. That's one of my biggest fears. Having an aneurysm. Because it's like, what are you going to do after that? You just dead. You know?
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Well,
Oh, he invented the refrigerator. Oh, no.
I mean, that's not what we know him for.
No, the Einstein refrigerator. So probably something that wasn't necessary.
Wow.
So, but he's not known for violin, so I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm about to say. Hopefully aneurysm's not contagious. Won't catch it through the violin.
New science.
Right. Well, That's what we about to be learning in school. Is what they're about to be teaching. It's a new situation we got going on.
they're not gonna be teaching. They'll be like, God created gravity. Yes, but wait, what I meant was
non-believer. No, all the text was just gonna say Trump is good with a Z. So, but yeah, the violin is believed to be the first that he purchased, and he would have played it throughout his late teens and early adulthood, which is when he. Oh, I could have just kept reading. When he was developing his theory of relativity.
Oh, there we go.
To be fair, like, yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not no physics person. Like, I know he
that class was so hard.
I just know him in relation to like being a genius, and like, of course, I've learned about that. But
he's the one who needed the silk press.
He don't his hair always.
What was that about?
He needs some got
He might have had that. What's that called? Uncombable hair.
No, I've heard of it.
You know, but it's like
hair syndrome.
What's it called?
Uncombable hair syndrome.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he was just white, and like he just wanted to know. Like, you just don't care about stuff like that.
You know, he smelled like outside.
Yeah. So, if you all would like to play his violin and you have an extra, actually no, if you have an extra 300,000 pounds, refer to the beginning of this episode where we talked about Patreon. Don't buy no damn violin.
Like what? Oh no, he doesn't want to comb his hair that day because he slicked back right here, or as slick as it can get.
Where is he? What I wonder what I always see him. I mean, I guess that's when he was famous, but I never see him young.
Oh yeah, he always is depicted as an old man. I mean, here he go as a baby.
Well, you know.
Oh, he had a sister. Oh, here you go. Okay, come on, 3C.
He look a little spicy white.
Yeah, he might have been. Yeah.
He look Italian right there. Or Greek or something.
Yeah, Greek.
You see
but
me?
That hair got a little coil to it. I don't know what mama had going on.
I was just about to. I just was typing in instinctively Isaac Newton. I know I've been getting them mixed up. But he was German. Oh, German born. So he wasn't like proper German. Anyway, he has a Nobel Prize. Mm-hmm. Well,
for now.
Right, they're gonna be giving. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, unfortunately, the intermission will just be a tangent of that. So, because I just wanted to have a silly little conversation about how long you think it will take if we continue on this current timeline for them to take classical lockdown. It's a valid question. Now, to be fair, shows like The Read will go down way before us. Crystal be reading but I was like, after that whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, I was like, if for those of you who don't know, Jimmy Kimmel's show was it canceled immediately, or he has the same thing like what? Who's the other person they took down? They took somebody else down, another person.
They did. I know Colbert just ended.
Colbert.
But did they take Colbert down?
But I thought Paramount ended Colbert, but I thought it was like he had time. Is Jimmy Kimmel like right now, no more shows?
Well, Colbert is canceled. Jimmy Kimmel's not canceled. He was taken off the air. He's not canceled yet. Taken off the air indefinitely. And I saw earlier today that they were having a meeting to whatever. Because did you see what he said?
Kimmel?
It was a nothing. Like, it was nothing. Like, actually, what was so funny about it? He said, I remember exactly what he said. He said, okay, Charlie Kirk, whatever. And he said, and as you can see, Trump is really broken up about it. Then they literally played a video of Donald Trump, the one I told you about, where they were like, "How are you holding up?" And he was like, "Very good. Do you guys see my ballroom over there that we're building?" Whatever.
Oh, that I did see. I saw what, and I was like, "That's
yeah." So that happened because he literally just played what Donald Trump did, but.
It sounded like when I was listening to him, like it sounded like a standard desk piece. Like when there's late night shows normally have like a segment where like the host comes out and they do desk pieces. Like it's news segment, like kind of like a Weekend Update from SNL. Like they're doing like a bunch of quick fire jokes, whatever. So when I heard it, it was like literally basic like punchline, like setup and punchline. Like look how sad Trump is. All that for a desk piece. All that.
Learning new words with Katie every day.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Walk of Fame star loading.
Anyway, so when I heard it, I was just like, oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought maybe I missed like the actual thing. I'm like, this can't be it.
They getting people fired because I saw it was I don't think they were a professor, but maybe they were someone. They might have been a professor, or they worked in higher education somewhere, maybe an admin. And her thing was like, it's tragic, it's this and that. However, like, the standard thing, but reiterated multiple times in the thing that it was tragic and she felt for his family. So, and I was like, y'all would hate to see a Facebook status for me. If that's what got you fired, yeah, I'm gonna keep my stuff under wraps. I don't hear what I gotta say. So, I mean, that was enough. The Onion posted a headline that was like, "You to be fired for reading this headline about Charlie Kirk right now." It's like, that's really what.
Yeah.
They packing people. Oh, that boy I showed you, he expelled.
Really?
Yeah, they got him. So.
Spelled kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I think he was in Texas. So.
Oh well.
Yeah, they got him. So. Great. What a wonderful intermission question to pose.
I think if we continue on this timeline and it's only been 8 months, I give it, because also we're a smaller show and we don't talk about Trump all the time, but it's always been negatively, because how else would one speak about him? It's 2025. I think 2028, after he takes his third term.
You are very generous.
Oh, you think it's gonna be sooner?
I was thinking we be packed up by next year.
Really?
I just feel like it's really escalating,
and it's happening fast
at a really exponential pace.
Inside joke if you were on Patreon, and if not, oh well,
right,
feel left
you
out.
Don't get it.
Oh, you don't get it. They're like, that's exactly why we're not paying for it. We barely want to listen to this.
Yeah, I think it's going at an exponential pace, like more than I thought they are. They're ordering these parks, like national parks and stuff, to take down information about slavery already. And it's like the fact that you have the Attorney General saying we're gonna go after you if you're using hate speech, which is the Attorney General saying that. You have like the ICE is expanding and they're trying to it's just getting to a point. I don't know. Yeah. And I was just gonna say, if they can take somebody like, I mean, we don't know what's gonna come of Kimmel's show, but like if they could just snatch him off the air like that. The only thing is, like, we're not beholden to anybody. Yeah. But we are employed.
Yeah, I think the only thing with what's her name, Mona, like she was a anchor, one of them popular anchors, like Jeanette Reyes, like whatever. And she was explaining like how, like, why the Kimmel thing happened, because apparently like there's a couple of corporations that own a lot of smaller news stations, and stations are looking for things like what to play like during certain times, and the two major ones, I forgot the names of them, are conservative, and they own like 80% of the news stations around the country. And that's what it was. Okay, so ABC, there's either ABC runs a network and they own the thing, like LA's ABC station or whatever, like they own the building and they own the station and it's ABC, and then everyone else, like it might be ABC affiliated, but the corporation that owns, so ABC owns that stuff, but there's a couple of smaller organizations that own like 80% of the other stuff, and if they're conservative, they're like, we not doing that Jimmy Kimmel stuff, like take him down. And it's like, no, ABC's not gonna risk like losing out on that money or whatever because it made them mad. So there's like, yeah, take that down.
Mm-hmm. And the chair of the FCC put out a statement condemning it too, and saying how they're not going to tolerate this and all that sort of thing. So it's getting scary.
Like actually, this
like
time.
It's been like it's really. I really was sitting here thinking. I was like, you read. Well, a lot of y'all niggas don't. That's why we're in the situation we're in right now. But you read about like authoritarian regimes and stuff, and it's like I feel normal, like in my everyday life, like I'm running errands, I'm whatever, but it's like this is really what it's like to live through the beginning of that. And I promise you I'm not exaggerating. Like they just put a gold statue of him in front of the Capitol. I don't think it's like a permanent fixture or anything, but like of him holding a Bitcoin. I'm like, this, he holding a Bitcoin in front of the Capitol. He was selling Teslas on the lawn. The vice president doing a podcast as a guest host. We're unserious. Like, this is an unserious country. Just expedited our cancellation.
I was gonna say.
And I also think because we're growing, like, where the show is smaller, but it's like we're growing on social media. And if one of them clips hit the wrong side of the internet, we could be famous tomorrow. You know, it's like and because I remember there was somebody going back and forth. There was something on classical music Twitter. I think it was like Rush Limbaugh's nephew or something like that, who got into it with some people on classical music Twitter about, I don't know, some stupid shit. So it's like there are people like that who are like, classical music is in their algorithm, who you never know if something could hit over there. Now all of a sudden they comment through episodes of Classically Black, which
but also they probably have the technology to do that. They can probably just tell AI, look for Trump or look for,
and that's the thing. It's like they, even if it's not like something specifically about Trump, like we say all kind of stuff that conservative people gonna be mad at. People be mad at the title of the show.
Yeah,
like they'll be mad at the title of the show. So
I mean, hopefully this turns around, but I just don't see how.
Like, I'm not seeing how. Like, the more they get away with this, like, I don't see it, because it's like y'all canceling people's funding and stuff. You're gonna start funding stuff, and like only conservative media, conservative projects coming through the National Endowment of the Arts and the Humanities. Like, what are y'all gonna do if y'all start taking stuff out of museums? What's gonna happen to that stuff? Kids already getting dumber. Nobody gonna know their history no more.
They don't know it now. When I was in Colombia, I think I talked about this. When I was in Colombia, we went to Palenque, which is like the first free black town in, I can't remember if it's South America or in Colombia or something like that. And the tour guide, who's Colombian, was asking, does everyone know who Frederick Douglass is? And the kid, who was like 19, and it's like his parents took him and his girlfriend to like Colombia for whatever the heck, was like, no, I don't know who that is.
You remember that lady who she asked us? She came up to us when we was outside that coffee shop in Santa Monica, and she asked us, who do we know who? It wasn't MLK, was it? Or it was somebody very generic. But maybe she was right. Maybe she was right to not assume, because some people you can't assume.
It was very like, you should be embarrassed by it. If I was his parents, I'd have been very embarrassed by that.
Like, so it's just very difficult to see like how this finna work.
Got no answers.
Become a patron now, because you might not be able to.
And especially if he gets a third term, like we definitely going to the camps. Like we might not go to the camps, like we might not got time for that. But if he gets a third term, definitely going to the camps.
Because it's like right now it's your employment, which is enough of a threat for a lot of people. But it's like they found a sort of a roundabout way. Because then there's the stupid people who, I won't say, I'll say uninformed. Some are uninformed, some are stupid. Who are like, because a lot of people just don't know what free speech means, and they're kind of using their understanding of what free speech means as in, like, you know, the government can't persecute you for what you say, and they're saying, well, the government is not ABC. ABC took him off the air. But it's like, if the government has backdoor relationships with, or like, that's the same thing.
Yeah,
that's the same thing, because Rolling Stone published something that said, according to some sources familiar with the matter, that the executives at ABC didn't really think anything was like crazy about what he said, but the threat of the Trump administration was enough for them to be like, okay, let's take him off the air.
Taking him off the air is nuts.
So,
and also, I'm like, I'm happy for her. I swear, like, woo. But Ego being off SNL, like, really did something to me, because I'm just like, ugh, she's so funny. Bowen's still there, so that's fine. And I'm just like, but how SNL gonna go?
I was about to say, because NBC, he just put something on, he just truthed something about NBC. I keep forgetting he never came back to Twitter. He's only on Truth Social. So
you have an account
on Truth Social?
I feel like I would start melting, because, like, what y'all be talking about?
Truth Social.
It's like probably an echo chamber. I'm dumb. No, I'm dumber. No, I'm the dumbest. I'm dumb. I'm like, you know, like, what y'all doing over there? It's like, I can't do it, but I'm just like, what? I'm curious. Cause I see truths around, but on threads or something.
He posted like, oh, Kimmel's been taken off the air, and he was like, ABC did the right thing taking him and Colbert off the air, and then he said that next was Fallon and Seth Rogers, and he was like, NBC, do it now. I was like, so the president of the United States is making commands to TV networks to take people off the air. What does that sound like?
I feel like, because Seth's gonna say something way worse than low key than Kimmel. Since Seth's like,
oh, Seth Meyers. I said Rogers.
Seth Meyers is hilarious. Never mind. Girl, I don't know.
So, it's only a matter of time for SNL.
SNL gotta go. I think the only thing, Lauren got a lot of money. I don't know if he got.
Kimmel.
Yeah, I mean, but like Lauren influencing money, not like that.
You said what?
Not Lauren's influencing money. So I wonder if he has like a little bit more holding power than someone like Kimmel.
But against the president and everything.
That's the only thing. Like
it's because it's like you still got a boss. And not like in the same way that other people have a boss, but it's like the people who own the stations that own the stations that own this, like those are the type of people that they've been acquiring stuff like over time.
They've been playing the long game over time. They saw us get our little civil rights bill, and they was like, "Don't worry, I got something for your ass." That's sick. And
I was thinking about that the other day too. It's just like, so Black people have never had full rights in the country ever, and it's like we reached a period where we had the most out of what we've ever had, and we already going backwards.
That black president did it. They were like, okay, we took it. Like, they was like, that's enough. I mean,
like, this is it's getting to a point. That's why I wrote a video because I read Ezra Klein's piece in the New York Times about Charlie Kirk, and his mistake for me was that he really needed to keep the civil rights leaders' names out of his mouth. Civil rights leaders that were assassinated, Medgar Evers and I believe Malcolm X and MLK. And so it gave me an idea for a video, and I wrote the outline, and then I was like, I'm leaving the country. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna post this.
You gotta wait because like even like the technology to come back in the country is like insane. Like when you come into LAX, like it knows your face. Like it will just scan your face, and that's how they don't. It's no more like, oh, how long you at the country? Like you go up to the little man, it's like, how long you at the country? Da, da, da. I didn't do any of that, and I don't have global entry. I just went and recognized my face, and I went back. And I'm like, why you recognize my face? And like, it's because I have a social, like I have an online presence. Like I do a podcast. I have a YouTube channel. It's like, is that why my face is everywhere? Like what technology?
Probably your passport though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because some people, well, I think it was like one guy. I think they do it like randomly. Like, oh, we couldn't recognize your face. But
yeah, probably your passport. They got my face dead to rights because I had it clear. I don't have it no more because it sucks. But, yeah. So I didn't post it. I was like, I'm not posting that. I can't. I'm like, I don't know if that's an irrational fear, but I don't think so. Because I've heard of, we were just talking about Hassan, and he got pulled to the side. I mean, Hassan has millions of followers and is outwardly a socialist and all that sort of thing. So he's very well known, and he got pulled to the side at the airport. So I was like, y'all not finna have me living in Kenya. Could you imagine we on a 10-hour time difference recording the show? Because I gotta live in Kenya now.
Will you be free from this? Kenya's nuts. I mean, beautiful place.
I mean, I would probably. I mean, I can even if I can come back to America, I could go to another country. I would have to stay in Kenya.
Well, right now Britain's on the upswing. They think they're less racist than we are. So
we are different brand of racists.
The originators.
Like it's a different form. I mean, we are, like I said, it seems like we're entering an authoritarian situation. Especially that statue really reminded me of the Kim Jong-un statues and stuff like that. They literally put somebody posted, there's a headline of an article about where the police were rounding up people who didn't seem like sincere mourners of Kim Jong-il when he died. Like they didn't think he was really sad. Like they was rounding you up, and I was like, that's what they doing for a damn podcaster. They were like, Charlie Kirk's so beloved that y'all gotta police people into mourning him. Like if you say anything short of, oh my God, my baby Charlie, anything short of that, it's like, well, where do you work? Getting you fired.
Mind you, 2 weeks before, y'all, there was a mass shooting in a school where the children were praying, and we just...
In the day of, there was a mass shooting. So within minutes of him getting shot, there was a mass shooting. And I was watching somebody, and they brought up a good point about like how everybody's talking about, well, he got kids and his kids and his kids, and they were like, if there was a shooting in his kid's classroom, y'all would be less outraged than this. Y'all not worried about no damn kids. Like, so we'll see. It'll take some time to trickle down to your favorite classical music podcast.
Yeah, I think we got time. Maybe not 4 years, but definitely 3.
Unless they buy SoundCloud and all our stuff stops uploading.
How they got time for all this?
Money. Got a lot. I don't know. We've just been outdone, out-organized over everything.
Because it's probably the fact that he probably took him and his team took the last 4 years just to make a list of everything.
I mean, whoever wrote, the people that wrote Project 2025, yeah. Because they've been playing the long game since like the 70s. Yeah. Really. Like, but probably kicked it in a high year after Obama. But like, I was reading, there's a, what is it called? There is a documentary about it on Netflix. There's I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a Christian like group, but that like behind the scenes has done a lot of work in politics, conservative politics. I wish I could remember the name of it, but yeah, they do a lot of what's been the organizing and stuff that's been going on for the past 50 years. So, meanwhile, everyone's been twiddling their thumbs. You see, no Democrats in the Senate voted against the Charlie Kirk Day. all of them voted in favor for October 14th, Charlie Kirk Day. Celebrating it.
Wait. What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Some Republican put together, it's not in law yet.
Yet.
Yeah, it's not in law, but a Republican put together a proposal for October 14th to be Charlie Kirk Day in remembrance of him, and no Democratic senator voted against it. They all voted in favor of it. So see you on October 14th for Charlie Kirk Day.
I hope we get the day off. Fine. Isn't the 13th?
Actually, I can't say that. I can't say. We just talked about. I can't say what I want to say.
So the 13th is Columbus Day.
Oh, it is?
Well, I'm not gonna call it the other thing so we don't get canceled.
You know that somebody posted that apparently Charlie Kirk and George Floyd have the same birthday, and somebody was like, "Oh, are they gonna make a day for both of them?" And I was like, that reminds me of that post that place did years ago. I took a screenshot of it that was said Happy Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day. That's the same energy. Like,
that'd be good though. I mean, as long as it's a national holiday, then we have a long weekend. I'm taking my joy where I can and while I can.
Yeah. Twitter will be a funny place on Charlie Kirk Day, though.
For now.
I was about to say, while it still can't be. So.
Because it's like, it starts with Jimmy Kimmel getting sat down, and then it's about to come. Eventually, it's going to be like, you can't tweet whatever you want.
Yeah. And it's so fun that book that I started on Inauguration Day that I decided not to finish, that was one of the stories in it. Like, you had to like check in who you spoke to. You had to like tweet something positive, like, or an approved activity. Your social media stuff was like closely monitored. Everything, streets everywhere. I was like, I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this at all. So let's see. I hope it.
I forget what country I can move to. I can still be a TV writer. I only got like 2 to pick from.
Where?
Canada and the UK.
Dang.
I mean, other countries have TV, but it's not gonna be the scale. It's not the scale.
Well,
British people come over here and you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
at the same time, I mean, maybe something else will crop up because the type of shows you want to write on not gonna be produced out here. Are they gonna be allowed on television?
They already called for Abbott.
They are.
They're boycotting Abbott because Abbott's on ABC, and I'm like, see, this is why. That actually irritates me.
Wait, who is?
The people. I have no idea. I saw it on Threads.
Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the right or
the left?
We don't know what to do.
People just don't know what to do.
Boycotting Abbott Elementary?
Because it's on ABC. And I'm like, so we're gonna boycott the only black show we got right now, besides Tyler Perry. So the choices are gonna be whatever Trump approved Tyler Perry shows, because as long as because we only can have shows that depict black people in a poor light. So that only leaves Tyler Perry, and so Trump approved Tyler Perry shows. So we either got Sisters or Truth Social Life, and that's the only 2 channels we got.
Maybe it's because it's such a high performing show. They're trying to like centralize it on one thing. That's my guess, because I was about to say, okay, you're doing that, but it's like Disney owns so much stuff.
I'm gonna say you can't boycott Disney.
But maybe that's why they're picking one. Yeah. But what else they got?
Because people boycotting.
I guess they can't boycott Kimmel.
I think people just be trying to look for something to do. I appreciate the can-do spirit, but it doesn't make any sense. We already complained about, rightfully so, about black shows being canceled, and y'all gonna boycott Abbott. That's like misplaced energy. like, no, watch Abbott, because you just sent me that video that Issa was saying it's all about numbers. Like, literally, it's all about how it's performing, and they're gonna take it off of prime time. And if they even do that, I have no idea where Abbott where they play Abbott, if it's at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or what. So yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, because they'll cancel the show and keep going. I do think though, like, similar to, it's not the exact same, but I do think for like when Tabitha Brown was talking about the Target boycott, like, they can use numbers, but they don't need numbers to take your shit out there. But they had, the reason why Target did that to her was because the tide was changing on DEI. Abbott was not in any, to my knowledge, any trouble before this. So it was kind of like coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we boycotting? I'm like, what Quinta do? At first, I thought they were boycotting Abbott because of Tyler. Because he is honest. But, or he signed that thing or whatever. But, not whatever, but I don't know what it was. If it was like a petition or like, I'm a bigot. But, I
think it was some type of petition in support of Israel.
Like, okay.
Yes. Never mind. Yeah, my guess would be, I mean, I haven't heard a single thing about that, but maybe,
No, good. I'm glad you haven't. I was just on Threads and people were like, y'all boycotting Abbott. It's like stupid.
And that's the thing. That's why, like, the whole boycott thing, I'm like, how does it work? I'm going to look up, because to this day, I think the Montgomery bus boycotts were the most successful boycotts in American history. I'm pretty sure to this day. And I also wondered, like, how things are so fragmented and access to information is also very controlled. How could we even have a successful or an effective boycott?
I think the Target one right now is effective, but there's some people who don't know about it. There's people who go to Target.
You think so?
Yeah. 100%.
Effective in what way, though?
Oh, has it been effective?
Like, effective because I just feel like
they said their numbers are plummeting. I'm just not convinced that that's data from, like, I feel like we're too early to tell if they actually lost money, but their stuff has been going down. Because
were you the person that was telling me that somebody said it was too early to truly tell?
But yeah, that was a couple months ago.
Because also, I just don't believe, like, how many black people are in this country? Like, the reason why the Montgomery bus boycotts were successful is because, like, the amount of black people that were using the bus system.
And I think also
the amount of black people that shop at Target, I don't think that's enough to, I mean, they might lose some money, but to, like, when I said, like, how effective, it's like Target not finna go away because we doing this.
I just, when I went on a double date with someone, and she's a teacher, and she was like, yeah, so the crayons are 10 cents. And I have to buy crayons for my classroom. And Target is where so I feel like people are just kind of all over the people that Target got a special diaper that they can't find somewhere else. It's like, and also I just think also the Montgomery book, like, that was in Montgomery. I feel like if all the black people in LA were like, we are no longer going to Santa Monica Pier because they're racist. That I feel that would be easier. You might not be able to get all body to get on, but you can have people outside being like, "Don't go in there." They right. It's like I feel like that would be easier because it's like it's a central location. Don't go in the like Krusty Krab is unfair. Like Mr. Krab is in there. Like it'll be easier. Right. When they was trying to get them fish not to go in the Krusty Krab. Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in that, like, feel me? Like, I just feel like there's just so much spread out information. I bet you if I asked my grandma right now, who is a religious news watcher, she would have no idea that there's a Target boycott right now. And my mom might know about it because she's online. She skews Facebook. But that's the demographic. I was about to say, who knows what she's looking at Facebook. Woo! So, and this stuff, I didn't show you that video that my grandma sent me. I was like, oh baby, we're gonna have to sit down. We gonna have to go through and yeah. But yeah, I mean, people I know right now Go to Target right now.
I just happened to stop. Like when we went to Target last year, was the last time I've been to Target.
I used to go to Target every week. That's why I used to get my groceries from there, get makeup from there.
Like maybe because I just don't like going in the store, and it's like also like if I don't buy it, whatever I was gonna buy, I would buy from Target. I'm probably getting from Amazon, which ain't no better. So
yeah, I mean I've adapted. I get like a lot of my like lotion and whatever from Amazon.
I gotta he ain't shit neither.
You said what?
Said he ain't shit neither.
Not even close.
Like I did cancel my Washington Post subscription because after they refused to endorse a candidate, I was like, all right. And Washington Post is really known for skewing. I won't say not left, but like Democrat left. You know.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, all right, now. I was like that just made it easier to cut back on something.
Girl, I don't know.
Not that the New York Times is better, but you know.
You think it is?
I don't think so.
No, I don't even know what's going on in the world. I can't lie. So I said I was gonna start doing better with that, and then I didn't do it this morning. I saw the newsletter and I was like,
in the morning, you just woke up.
I just woke up.
Like maybe a little afternoon something.
Yeah, I need to fix my when I do it. Maybe I start doing it at night because I'm just like every day's a freaking news day. I cannot believe this is crazy. This is crazy. This is what, you know what it reminds me of? It's like when your teacher used to be like, everybody shut up right now. I'll bring in like a snack tomorrow. And the one kid who loves attention because he ain't getting it at home got to ruin it for everybody. And now we all punished. Why are we going through this for real? And that man was like, when he lost that election, he was like, no problem. That's why I'm like, release the files. Does it matter?
That's the thing. It's like y'all fighting over the Epstein files. Okay, and his name in there, and then what?
Now what?
What y'all finna do? Impeach him like y'all did last time? And he sat there the rest of the term anyway,
and got reelected.
Okay,
like girl.
But some people gonna be like, "Whoa, he's in Epstein files. Give him a third term." I would never get over the verbatim quote. Just vote for me this one last time and we'll have it fixed so good you'll never have to vote again. And we all glossed over that. That was before the election. We could have saw that and did better. And y'all saw that and y'all said, okay. Told y'all to your face that you'll never have to vote again. Why does that? I don't care how much I love a candidate, and I've never done that, but like how much I hypothetically would love a political candidate. I don't want you to be in office forever. Like, what? You're in a cult. In fact, he said the other day, not white people. He said smart people don't love me, and I said, and y'all.
He said smart people don't love me.
Yeah, he said smart people don't like him. And y'all like, I love you. He got in front of y'all and said, y'all are dumb. Look how dumb you are. You trust me. And y'all said high five. Okay. And we will all be the worst for it. So
only problem was with some of them like writing fellowships and like there would be like you have to be a citizen. And I'm like, I'm not a Canadian citizen. How am I gonna get that stuff? I'll figure it out. I will overcome.
Or
maybe.
Or be overcame.
Wow.
Looking forward to not thinking about this for the next week and a half.
Wow. I don't think about it and I'll be here. So
you said what?
I don't think about it and I'll be here. I just know SNL gonna be so different.
I can't. It's so funny because I'm not even one of those people that's like, I mean, maybe to other people may seem like it, but I'm not even one of those people that I don't keep up with politics. At least not the most I ever have. But stuff makes it into my algorithm. That's why I know bits and pieces of stuff.
My algorithm has nothing. Well, I get some international news in my algorithm, like French news, and like I knew what was going on in Nepal.
I found that out because, well, no, I heard inklings of it, but I didn't know exactly what was. I heard that they did something like threw some politician into the river or something like that. But I came across my feed today because they're using a flag from One Piece, the anime. Which I don't watch One Piece. I'm because I have a long flight, but One Piece has over 1,300 episodes, and it's still going.
How long are the episodes? A minute?
Right? Are they TikToks?
At a certain point, what are we talking about?
I'm like, and people swear by it, and I'm like, I believe y'all that it's good, but 1,300, over 1,300, and it's still going. It's really, really crazy.
Even though I feel like if you really like it, like, you know, my comfort show is The Office, and it's like, how am I could do 1,300 episodes of The Office?
You say that now because they ain't nowhere close to that, but
because I'm just like, I'm gonna do my regular thing, you know. I'm gonna, you know, I got my little cup of tea. Okay, I'm gonna put it on season 4, period, and work my way. And it's like, if I fall asleep and I wake up, I'm already in season 7. So it's like, okay, not season 7.
But you're also rewatching.
But it's like, if I had, and I'm not talking about none of like the later stuff. Like if I had like seasons 4, I could do a little bit of season 3. But season 4 to season 6, quality spread out over 1,300 episodes. Because after Steve left, it really wasn't the same, and season 1's it's fine. Okay, I could do a little season 3.
Do you know what the longest show you've watched is? Even if you don't know exactly how long it is, like how.
I like a lot of sitcoms, and those just have like The Office might have been the longest show I watched because it has 9 seasons.
See, and that's why I'm like, maybe because I don't know, people have different styles of watching, but when I hear you say that, I'm like, how long of a show have you ever watched? Because like even something like Naruto, which I love, it gets to a fucking point. Mm-hmm. Like Naruto is like, the original is 220 episodes, and then Shippuden, which is 2 years after the original ends, so that's really like, it's the same show. It's 500 episodes, so 720 episodes. Like I start to fatigue at the same spot every single time. Because, and also it depends on how you watch, because like I like to binge watch stuff, but it gets to a point. Even when I was watching Attack on Titan, that's 4 seasons. I was watching it too much that I was like, okay, my eyes hurt, like stuff like that. If you have more self-control, then fine. But it's like, if I start One Piece and I love it, I'm not gonna want to stop watching it, and it's an endless thing of episodes. It's like
to be fair, like I'm rewatching Little House on the Prairie, and I haven't watched it in since 3 or 4 days, I think, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm watch something else real quick.
And also, some people say to skip the filler, because in some anime that you get filler episodes, which is like, there's like the main story, and usually they put in filler to make up for, like, to give the manga artist time to write the manga, because that comes first. So it's like side quests and stuff like that. So some people skip the filler, which I want to watch every episode, but they do have, like, if you want to watch the filler on its own, you could get like a episode guide, which will tell you which episodes are filler and which episodes are the main story. So it's like, I guess I could do that, but it's just
good luck. Yeah. I will say that, because I do like when it's like, okay, the story's over. Like, as much as like I loved Insecure, like I felt like the story was over in 5 seasons. I think she could have did 6 seasons, in my opinion, but like the story was over, you know. But like, and you could tell when it's dragging it, like somewhere around, to your point, like somewhere around season like 8 of The Office, I think noticeably after Steve left, it's just like, I think he's like the heartbeat of the show. I mean, I feel like I think The Office is a perfect ensemble cast in that like every character feels like you need them, like especially like the core, like Steve, I keep calling him Steve, Michael, Dwight, Jim, Pam, like that core, but like you need every character. But it's like when one is missing, it's like, what are we doing for
real? Especially somebody like Michael Scott.
Especially like he's
Michael
just
Scott.
Like, I'm gonna do a video on like every offensive thing, but I don't even think I could repeat it. Like stuff.
Like, what are you? that's how I feel, and that's why I low key. I hate somebody so precious about their art. Like, just give us the bad version of the season. Like, cause I still appreciate the later seasons of The Office, even though they're not as good as the middle seasons. It's like I'm still gonna want to be around towards the last season. Really got to a point, but in general, like, there's still good stuff in there. So it's like, even if I did have a season 6 Insecure that wasn't as good as other ones, I would want it. I can't lie.
That's true.
Same with Succession. It's like Succession is another one where it's just like everything was aligned. It's like, I understand y'all found the perfect amount of episodes and seasons you want to do the story, but just give me a half-ass season.
But also, like, do you like the way that feels? Like, I feel like there's a season of The Nanny. Is it the last season? It might be the last season where the story was ending. Like, I get it. And we spent so much time. Like, we spent so much time, like, with that. But it was like, even though I adore The Nanny, like, when I'm doing a rewatch, I rarely watch like, the last season or something like that. Because it's like, even as much as you want it, you could still tell that, like, this is being drawn out. Like, I wouldn't want a season 6 of Insecure.
Ways. No, she was just talking about that because somebody was like, could you at least do like a 10-year reunion special or something? And she was like, oh, that would be next year. From the start of the show, that would be 10 years. And they was like, well, you got a year.
He's like me for real, because it's like, it's over. I'm such a it's over person.
When I'm the exact opposite. No, I would want it. You talented girl, you can write a good. Yeah. Even if it don't have to pick up where the show left off. Mm-hmm.
That's true. And also, but I don't want to see like, Issa and Lawrence had that baby. I don't want to see none of that. Like,
it would have to be something. Yeah, it would be. But also, like, I can't imagine. I couldn't have guessed anything that happened in Insecure before. So it's like, I feel like like, for me, even if it sounds like it wouldn't be good, it's like, you the TV writer, not me.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I know it would be good, but sometimes it could just feel like drawn out. But here, period. It's just like, it's over. Like, one of my sorority sisters was like, when you come back to Rochester? I was like, what's in Rochester? I would go. I love Rochester, actually. I was just like, I just had a moment. I was like,
dang, that's why you were so quick to sell Classy Blackout from under me a couple episodes ago.
Okay, but you wouldn't take it for what it was, $500 million? Girl, you can make something else.
So what's going to happen when I'm over?
What?
So what's going to happen when I'm over? You got everything over. You going to kick me to the curb too? See? It's already starting. Delaney's over.
That's not crazy. I'm just saying we could always make something else.
Well, we'll see.
Like $500 million in Trump's America? In Trump? He renames it?
Not the United States of Trump. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, that's how I came across what happened in Nepal, because they were using the flag in one piece. That's how we got on that.
So. And they were like, Nepal is teaching us something. I'm like, they will put a bullet through every single person's head that tries to jump that fence of the Capitol. Do not go to the people's Capitol.
Like, do
not go to the people's White House. It will be for naught when them snipers get you. It's not. I'm not saying Nepal ain't got no snipers. I'm just saying, do not try it.
Yeah, it's just a different
situation. Not. You said what?
So yeah, it's just a different situation.
Like, I understand like the sentiment, like, we ain't Nepal, like, but you really think you finna be in Trump's house, all up in his stuff, reading his, like, you're not gonna be up in his panty drawer. Like, you gonna get blown to smithereens long before how you even gonna organize something like that? You can't even organize something. Do not play.
They will intercept you before you even get to that point.
I remember I had me, Shane, and this girl I used to be friends with drove for spring break 2012. We drove to DC, and that was before your phone, or maybe I was broke, but that was before your phone had MapQuest.
Whoa.
That was before your phone had. I didn't have an iPhone back. No, none of us had an iPhone. So what we did was we printed out the MapQuest directions, and Shane's aunt had you used to be able to buy. I don't know if you still can, but used to be able to buy a GPS. And so we were like, period, we gonna make it to DC. And it was whatever. And I was like, okay, I want to go to the White House. So he put in 1700 Pennsylvania Avenue, and that GPS run us in a circle for like 30 minutes. We would get close to it, like maybe within a block, and then you can drive past the White House, especially like going to DC, whatever, like that place where people take. I have a picture there anyway. I got my picture, but you can drive on the street. I drove past it last year when I went to UChann's graduation, but like we were trying to get to it, and it kept rerouting, and like low-key that GPS was not the same after that. Like they know when you looking for, like you cannot just go up to them people's spot. Do not try that.
You remember that guy that he drove the car into the gate
recently?
A couple years ago. It might have been under Biden. Or it could have been under Trump's first term.
What happened to it?
I think he died. I don't know if they shot him, or I'm pretty sure I think they shot him. But I don't think he's alive anymore.
Yeah. Do not listen to some people in Nepal. Listen, maybe you think if it's because of Katie, there'll be no progress. You gonna think that because I'm not gonna tell you to go to them people's spot and think you finna be all up in his salon,
right?
And all up in his living room. You not finna do that, like.
Yeah. And it's amazing that the white people did that. That's amazing. And even one of them died,
right? So, like,
but they let them get so far. So
they
that
like that's ridiculous.
I can't even conceptualize that. Y'all were climbing up the walls. Also, there were stairs. There was no reason for y'all to do that.
Can you imagine if that was all black people?
And they were breaking the windows to get into, like, being white in America is a completely like, I'm not getting my phrenology back. I was about to say, y'all brains are different, but let's not do that. No, cut the cameras. But like, just the what? Like, you're at the Capitol building, and it's like the government here belongs to the people, all that. But that don't mean you could go, like, that's just a crazy concept to me.
Y'all really got in there. Y'all was going up at you look through people's drawers.
Talking about where's Nancy Pelosi and hang Mike Pence and all this type of stuff.
Mike Pence ain't looked the same since.
And his old stupid self is still.
Didn't he say he couldn't in good conscience vote for Kamala?
Yeah. Dumbass. All right. That's why they almost had you by your neck.
Like, they came looking for you.
Look by name. They came with nooses. Like, they were going to kill you.
I can imagine the fear. Like, there were people in that, like, little, I don't know what that kind of room is called, where, like, it's not an auditorium. You know what I'm talking about. And they was, like, wiggling the doors. You imagine, like, being in there, was hiding behind the seats. Like, you don't know what's finna happen. You don't know if they finna get in.
And what's the name? Nancy Pelosi's husband that got attacked with a freaking hammer at your house. And meanwhile, they was all kikiing about it. But, like, it's just so crazy to me, like, y'all literally saying, oh, y'all shouldn't, why y'all speaking ill of him, when he literally was calling for the public execution of the president. And somebody said something somebody not even said something not nice about you, played a video of what you actually said, you being Donald Trump, and you're saying they're being mean to me, they'd be taken off the air. But this dude could say,
a public execution of Biden for what, though? They think he a war criminal?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Probably.
But they don't care about that. They just renamed the Department of Defense the Department of War. If they wanted a public execution of him, it wasn't because of that. It was because, in Charlie Kirk's own words, the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. So probably because he's a lover. It's my show. I could say the N word if I want to, but Hardy are kind of crazy. I won't put y'all through that. But yeah, it gets to a point. So
it's like funny because it's actually happening.
Like,
wow, it's so bad around here.
Yeah.
Okay. Gooder news, the topic.
Oh, yeah. How long have we been doing this?
An hour.
Okay. Well, because this topic...
Might as well say Like, if you're having a bad week, do not listen to this. Like, this show has been doom and gloom from the beginning. There has not been one good moment in this entire hour and 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we came across this this Instagram post that was posted a while ago, a couple months ago, by, I never know how to say this word, Teatro. It's like theater in Italian or whatever. Teatro alla Flopera. And the Instagram post says, "What are the ethics of pursuing classical music in a world on fire?" And I'm gonna read, maybe not all of it because it's kind of long, but it'll be linked in the description. It says, which is to say, in a world overcome by violence, racism, fascism, etc., etc., what are the ethical ramifications of pursuing a career within an industry that is quite comfortable creating art, in quotation marks, which is work that is beautiful, but routinely avoids confronting the current state of the world? As musicians, we are constantly told that we must have something to say, but we all know that unless you've, quote, made it, your something to say not only matters less, but could potentially risk your career and your financial stability. Even if you have made it.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't foresee what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. It says, moreover, when we ask about the place of politics in classical music, we are pacified with the notion of the world transforming power of music. Oh, y'all love that. But is this really enough? Just because music is powerful doesn't mean that we should be expected to abdicate our personal power. And yet it seems as though this is exactly what we are expected to do. For marginalized singers, building a career in opera is an inherently political act. But the majority of the opera world is still very white, cisnormative, able-bodied, etc. And despite this privilege, the expectations of our industry make many singers feel beholden to silence. So we are constantly reminded that the threat of blacklisting is real and that it has real repercussions. So what do? How do we pursue real, politically responsible art within an industry that is afraid to make a statement about anything? Of course, the power of music is transformative, and of course it is often from within the system that one can make change. But how are you living with this tension and moving forward on a day-to-day basis? And then, I haven't actually looked at the comments of this, but that's the question. Thoughts?
Nope. It's plain. I hate that phrase, the transformative power of music, because what do y'all mean by that? Transformative power of music gives the microcosm of our faith.
I think it's the transformative power of music to change hearts and minds. And I don't think nobody they're not walking into the thing. I hated black people before this, but man.
When those monkeys got up there and started jigging, I was like, wow.
Like, they had music back then too.
Like, I don't love the if you don't have a platform, your what you have to say doesn't matter. I don't really like that. Like, I get like what they're saying.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, I just lost it.
I see it says, but we all know that unless you've made it, your something to say not only matters less, but could potentially risk your career and financial stability.
Okay, I don't like the first part. 'Cause I think like it doesn't matter what platform you have. I think that, you sharing it with your family and friends, like whatever mind you can change, like whatever. But I also have thoughts on like the whole like when something's going on, like do you really care what certain people have to say about certain things? Like, I understand it's like a slippery slope because I think you have a responsibility, but sometimes it's like, I don't know. I think people underestimate how celebrity works. Like, I think if you're already beholden to your idiotic beliefs about something, like, I don't know, seeing someone say the opposite is not going to really change your mind.
I think some of these things that are in the post are, I feel like their understanding of what is the effect of speaking your mind. Like, for the what you say matters less, like they're saying like that's the effect of it. Like, if you speak out, the effect is going to be less than if somebody with a platform did it, or like, you know what I mean? Sorry, what was the second thing you said?
Like, I see what they're saying. I'm just saying that I just feel like it could be like the opposite, not the opposite, but the idea that I just wanted to note that I think that everyone should be, if you have something to say, you should say it. It doesn't matter if your platform or not.
And I don't think that they're saying, I think what they're kind of saying is that like there should be some sort of change where you do listen to people regardless of their platform. Like, they're saying like musicians are told that they must have something to say, but when they do, no, but y'all don't be listening like that.
Okay, then I misunderstood. That's not how I understood that the first time.
And I feel like the overarching, there's a lot that's said after this, and there's a lot to get into, but the overarching question of what are the ethics of pursuing classical music in a world on fire, I think kind of comes out of left field in comparison to all the other stuff. Like, I think that the actual real problems are in the body of the post, and not in the, like, the real problems are the people being silenced for speaking their mind, people believing that, oh, what the power of music, that's gonna help us through, we don't need to be overly political, all that stuff is the problem. But then this is the question that they lead with: what are the ethics of pursuing classical music in a world on fire? And I feel like that kind of puts it on the person who's pursuing classical music. You know what I mean? Like, is it ethical for you to pursue classical music when the industry doesn't do these things right?
I just don't think that's a fair question.
Yeah, because I'm like, because classical music is your job. And I don't think, I mean, you could say something like that I could see it on a more extreme scale, like what are the ethics of joining the military? And, you know, we're like, something like that, but it's like,
oh, girl,
you know? And I feel like the meatier questions are in the body of it. Like, I don't know if we're to the point where we can like boil it down to, well, is it ethical for me to go into classical music if they don't do X, Y, and Z? Like, I don't really think, I think that you can do, like you said, like you can have your own voice, and there is the slide about like sometimes having your own voice has its consequences, you know. But yeah, I also think like I don't know, I think there's also like room for people to be talking. I mean, we spent most of this episode talking about politics. Maybe not in relation to classical music, but we're still a classical music outlet, you know? So I don't think like it's an entirely, like, I don't even think that this is the most interesting part of the post.
Yeah, I think
this question,
I think it's jarring, and maybe that's why it's the first thing.
Because when I think about ethics in classical music, I think about like that article that you wrote. Oh no, was the article that you wrote? I think it was about rejection in classical music. It was something about, is it ethical like to bring children into, or introducing them to classical music?
Oh, I remember writing something like that.
And I can't remember if it was because of
like pursuing a career in classical music.
Yeah, I can't remember if the reason was the financial reason or the rejection, like the mental.
I don't know. Cause I feel like I wrote that when I was still in Memphis, and so that was a long time ago. I don't remember what. Okay. I don't remember what she. I remember. I don't even remember a little bit because she made me take a stance because she was like, nobody wants to read the author saying, well, it could be this or it could be that. I just don't remember what stance I took. What did I say? I don't remember. Oh, girl, I don't. There's no way. I can't pull that from anywhere.
I don't remember what.
I can see me. Depending on what day. I can see me. Like, girl, don't do this. Oh yeah, girl's the best.
Yeah. So the other part or another part of this is the separating politics from music tendency in classical music, and in a lot of things, especially like entertainment related. Sports related, like, like people just want you to shut up and do your thing. And I do think that's what you said in the beginning. There are certain people that maybe you don't want to hear their thoughts on, and I'm big on that with celebrities. Like, a lot of y'all I'll come because you sing the singy song that I like.
Even some people I do enjoy Cardi B's takes on what's going on because I think she's brilliant. And yeah, but it's not like I don't need to hear. I mean, it would be nice, especially like when there's like global suffering. If like, yeah, here we go. Issa Rae also supported Palestine, like that would be nice.
Yeah, but I'm not against them supporting it. I don't need to hear you talk about it.
Yeah.
For a lot of y'all, because I'm happy to hear you talk about it if you know what you're talking about. But the problem is so many people who have a platform talk about stuff and don't do their due diligence. Write a check. Like that. I'm 100% team write a check. I don't need to hear you say something. Retweet something, or and only if you know what it means for real. Because I just feel like that's what it is. Here it is, 2023. Failure is inevitable in classical music. How do we prepare young musicians? Not me remembering the article.
That's not what I thought it was going to be about. Oh, that's nice. I should go back and read that. I wonder what I said. I remember sharing that on Facebook, and my French teacher was like, "Oh yeah, my son is whatever he plays, and this was very insightful." So I remember that. Yeah, I wonder what I said. I'll go back and look. That was so long ago. 2023.
Let's see. Yeah, July 19th, 2023.
What was I doing July 19th?
Author Katie Brown.
That's nice.
But yeah, I think that whole the power of music, universal language, like I just feel like at a certain point, like that ain't really finna cut it.
And we passed that point
at all. Cause it's like I feel like with stuff like that, it be the power of music, but then y'all don't want to. That just ignores so many things like leading up to that. Because it's like in order to even get to the point where you can perform that transformative power of music, you gotta have an instrument in your hand. You gotta have access to music education, like all of that stuff. Like I just really wish that y'all would come back down to earth so we could talk about some real stuff that's going on. And also like my ears turn off when people start talking about that politics and music type of stuff, because I'm like, the most basic music history class that's not taught with this new curriculum we finna have in Trump's America. A basic music history class will teach you why that's bullshit. Yeah. And why all the pieces that you like, a lot of them, there is some sort of political influence or something like that, or in the lives of those composers. Like, musicians don't exist in a vacuum. Like, and so I'm just like, most of the time I don't even pay attention to people say stuff like that, because I'm like, so you don't even know. We don't need to be talking. You got more work to do before we start talking. But I also think that the like musicians are told that they need to have something to say. I don't even know if they are.
I'm about to say, I'm like, when they want you to shut up, actually.
I don't even think they are. Like, maybe composers.
And like I know when Ukraine got invaded, like we played the Ukrainian national anthem like once.
And that's because it was safe to do. But let it be in Palestine.
I'm about to say, we never played no
Like
Palestinian national anthem.
They do that when stuff be safe enough to do. So it's like it don't really be like taking a stance on this thing because they just canceled that dude and they was just booing them Palestinian protesters at the thing we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, I don't know.
Well, let us know if you guys have any thoughts.
Transformative power music. Y'all been saying that. I want y'all to find. Is there not a synonym for transform?
Well, they like saying the universal language and stuff.
Are they still saying that?
Oh, people are still saying that.
There's no way they're still saying that.
Unironically, I've seen people say it very recently, like as recently as this year. I think at least twice this year. I've seen
no
it somewhere.
way. You know where you can find it?
One place was like, I was like, y'all are far too prominent to be saying stuff like this. Like, you know, like it's not even some fringe something. It was something like, and I wish I could remember what it was.
Wow. Yikes on bikes.
But yeah, that's what they're asking. They said when we ask about the place of politics in music, we're pacified with the notion of the world transforming power of music. And I just, like, y'all never ever interrogate that. Like what that means. If whatever is transforming, like, yes, music can bring you to tears, all this stuff, it evokes emotion, but like the problems that we talk about transforming, music don't got shit to do with it.
Yeah. I just feel like it's just like juvenile a little bit.
It's like, okay, the transforming power of music, okay, well, we was just talking about Ralph Yarl, who clarinetist got shot in the head for knocking on the wrong door.
Well, y'all come invite the orchestra down to come play music at me so $1 million appears out of nowhere. This is so transformative.
Like y'all just don't. That's why when we did that episode, after George Floyd was murdered, like still to this day, one of my favorite episodes of Classically Black, because I was just like, it gets to a point where we talking about like underneath, oh yeah, black musicians, whatever, black people. We're black people, and it's like black people gotta come to rehearsal with all this stuff. Black people gotta, when y'all scrolling past videos or whatever, like we gotta see that and still come to rehearsal and still do everything that y'all do. But with transforming power of music, that really, it just don't mean shit to me. Like I remember this one girl in 2020, when everybody formed a committee, whatever. I was there. I was on one of them. And she was like asked at her school to like join some sort of diversity committee, and her dad was like, so do the white kids get asked to join this, or do they get to focus on their studies?
Ooh.
And it's just like at a certain point we gotta get a little bit more strategic about how we do things, because it's like I just feel like the brunt of a lot of the like the weight of not being proactive about like these issues in classical music is always going to fall on black musicians, musicians of color, musicians of marginalized groups in general. And what are y'all gonna do when they start? They've already started. When they continue to take away people's rights and stuff, and you still want them at rehearsal on the dot. Nothing?
Yep.
No, it's gonna be nothing.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry that's happening to you.
Especially because y'all had
return your orchestra shirt.
Right. Because y'all had us in virtual orchestra. Y'all didn't care that the world was burning. People were dying. So, anyway, hope you've enjoyed this wonderful episode of Classical Black. Any last remarks?
Hope you feel uplifted and filled.
Yeah. The people that turned this off 50 minutes ago do.
They were like, what they got going on?
I'm sorry. I wish we had done this episode earlier in the day, and we hadn't gone on such a tangent in the beginning, or else I almost certainly would have more to say. But it is what it is. I've risked my freedom enough in this episode, so. if you want to stay on the air, you better put together a white excellence.
All right, starting next week with Charlie Kirk. It's going to start off strong, so we have better chance of staying.
I can't even say what I want to say to that.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Moving on.
Yep.
All right, y'all. It's time for Black Excellence, where we hype you up, gas you up, and give you your props, because there's room for everyone at the top. This week I'm talking about Miss Hayward. She's a choir teacher in rural South Carolina. I don't know her actual name because she's on the internet, but when I heard her kids sing, I was like, oh, you be teaching down. Like, you be teaching down. She's a director, high school chorus director, and arranger. I'll link her TikTok and go show her some love. And I was like, oh. And she's a Zeta. Hey, Sister Greek. But I just love when people teach good, because a lot of y'all don't. But not y'all. Of course, not our listeners. What? Who said that? But, yeah.
Forgot my piece of the week. I listened to something earlier this week that I was like, I'm gonna make this my piece of the week, and I forgot it. So
my back shot sound like bongos. Doom, doom, doom. That one?
Yep.
New album in 2 hours.
So my piece of the week is gonna be Rachmaninoff's Symphonic dances, because I just listened to those the other day, and they are
Someone needs to do a piece of the week count, because that's been your piece of the week at least 6 times.
I was gonna say 4.
Because I feel like one of my go-tos is Russian Easter has definitely been mine 2 or 3 times.
But I know it has many times, because I really love that piece. But unfortunately, I don't listen to as much classical music as I used to, and that's the last one I listened to. So, and I really did have another one, and I completely forgot it. I guess I didn't write it down anywhere. So,
Sibelius number 1 has been mine at least 2 or 3 times.
So, well, if you guys were sending in piece of the week suggestions, wouldn't have to hear it over and over again. So
you should feel guilty and sad and ashamed. Thank you so much for listening to Classically Black Podcast, I guess. Don't forget to follow on social media at Classically Black Podcast. If you have a piece of the week suggestion, you don't care. Join us in the Ebony Tower. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. And we'll talk to you next week if you care. Okay, bye.
Bye.